Alright, what's up guys? We are back with another video for you. And this one is going to be a doozy of a video. It's going to be nice and simple.
Chill.
So, we're both tired, like, crazy.
Tired, and plus, he just ate breakfast, so I don't really want to risk him going for like a run and getting sick.
Yeah, it's literally 10 o'clock and I just ate breakfast.
Yeah, so we're kind of just going to lay back, chill, and basically talk about our half marathon that's coming up this Sunday. So for the half marathon, we're going to talk about that. So from now until Sunday. So today, just kind of resting, chilling, all that good stuff. And then probably tomorrow and Thursday, we're gonna get a couple miles up in for the half marathon this week.
Let's talk about so in like bodybuilding, it's called days out.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say Saturday is 1 day out. So we're like 5 days out.
Yeah, we're about 5 days. It's Tuesday right now. The race is on Sunday. So yeah, 5 days away from the half.
Yeah, so in 5 days, so like in bodybuilding, if I apply the same principles to running, what you want to do is you want to keep motion in the joints, and just keep that because if you stop running, you'll be all stiff on race day.
Oh yeah.
So it's good to keep running, but not to push yourself to the point where you could injure yourself. You could cause a lot of stress and inflammation on your body. And three, the reason you keep running is it keeps you in the mindset of I'm doing this.
Exactly. Yeah. You want to keep training all the way up to the half marathon, but this is kind of where what we like for when we do our Chicago Marathon training. We'll get to as when we get to close to that point. But it's what we call a taper. It's like you kind of build up mileage as you go along in training, but then when you get close, maybe about a couple weeks into the race, we do this thing called a taper, where we taper down the mileage and the pacing kind of goes a little slower, because it's like you built up all that mileage and you work so hard to get over that mountain. But now that you're over it and you're tapering down, you're just coasting down that mountain. You're not going as fast, you're not going as high intense, because you did all that during the build-up, and now you're winding down, and now you're just kind of wanting to keep consistently training, but not going to a point where you're going to further injure yourself or cause inflammation or anything in your body. So right now we're in that point of okay, it's time to train, but not go as fast, kind of taper out. Not do so many miles either.
These are one of almost all the runs are gonna be easy runs.
Yeah.
They're gonna be in your long distance pace, but at short distances.
Exactly. You want to kind of run those couple miles at your pace that you're gonna run for the race, because like I said, for the build up, you do all those long mileages. You build up that mileage, but now it's kind of you taper down that mileage a little bit, just to keep your body, just to prep up your body and keep your body going and to prep for the race that you have. So we're 5 days away.
Yeah.
5 days away.
Not even a week.
This is my third. This is his first.
Yeah. So this will be the farthest I've ever ran.
Yeah, this will be the furthest he'll run. And then in October, it'll be his furthest he'll run again, because he'll run Chicago Marathon.
Yeah.
So, but this is just,
just a feeler.
This is just a feeler. This is like a practice for him, just to kind of see, okay, let's just get, 13.1 miles under his belt. Because, it's better to just get a half marathon in and then a marathon, instead of just skipping through all that and just going straight into the marathon. It's kind of,
It's basically how to explain, in MMA, we have these things called, boxing too, it's called smokies. That's where the house, or you do a small, super intense, not sparring, this is more than sparring. This is with protective gear, but you're going hard to the point where you're trying to knock them out. So it's like that. We're getting the feel of what it's going to be like to compete at a higher level without having the added stress of having to do the whole length.
Exactly. Yeah, so like I said, just to get half marathon under his belt, and to kind of get a feeler of how it would feel, and plus try to get a bodily reaction of how his body feels afterwards, and then obviously the post race where we're gonna get booed afterwards and all that stuff. But yeah, so get down to Isbell, get a half marathon, see how he reacts, see how he feels and all that, and then jump into the marathon, get the marathon in, finish it, and like I said, considering this is your first race, for me, since I've ran halves and I finished Chicago last year, all I can say is just this: no matter what, doesn't matter how fast or how slow you finish or you go, just get to the finish line.
All right.
Get to the finish line. Don't worry about the time.
Hey, you gotta say he didn't quit.
Exactly. Don't quit. Just get to the finish line. Get that time, and then after that, maybe you'll feel like me, where you just want to keep getting that. You want to keep running and get that time down. Trust me.
Yeah.
That's why I want to do. That's why I'm doing Chicago again, because I want to get that time down. Now that I got to the finish line and I know what the time is, now I want to kind of wind it down. I want to get it faster, lower. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. So today, chill day. Tomorrow, Thursday, run.
Yeah.
I like 3 miles, 4 miles at the least, at the most. And then Friday, kind of take a little, diversional break. Just take a day off just to relax. Because then Saturday, we're gonna wake up at 8 o'clock, and we're gonna meet up with our sponsor team at the church, and it's not gonna be a mileage type run, since this is like
The base training.
this is base training for our team. But since we're running a half, we're kind of we already ran 10 miles last week and all that.
Yeah.
But since they're doing base training, they're doing minutes, not miles. But then once the base training ends, then they'll do miles.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Saturday we're gonna run with them, kind of get a pre run, kind of like a pre-race run, just to get
Get all loosey goosey.
get all loose and goosey, get our bodies moving and
Like
get the blood flowing, and then
after a long what was it called?
10-miler we did.
10-miler. I actually went to the gym and did little legs because actually I didn't do legs. I did like some extension, some hamstring, and then I went on the bicycle, and I just burned that out because after and before races, it's good to keep moving.
Exactly.
Before racing, it's kind of lubricating the joints. After, it's kind of burning that out.
Yeah, before, you should warm up before. Then after, obviously, after a race, you want to keep moving. But yeah, you also want to kind of do those, recovery stuff, stretching, going to a hot tub just to get your body relaxed and calm down. And also get in a shower as well, because, when you run, you're gonna stink.
It'll be all crunchy and
You're
sticky.
gonna be a stinky person. So you always want to get a shower after a run. Plus, especially if you're running long mileage like we are, like a half marathon or a marathon, your body's losing a lot of salt. So you wanna
hydrate. Now we don't have any prime with us.
No, we don't.
But we got waters.
We got water.
I got coffee. This is coffee, so it counts.
But water. Like I said, I always say, number one rule:
hydrate.
Everything you do, hydrate.
Yeah.
Hydrate before your race. Hydrate at some points during the race, and always hydrate after.
So we talked about leading onto a race. Let's talk about the night before or the whole day before. So let's say the race on Sunday. What do we do on Saturday, the day before?
Saturday, we go run. First of all, then after that, we're gonna go and get our bibs.
Yeah.
From a place called Dick Ponds. We're gonna grab our bibs, and then after that, it's kind of just a whole, kind of prep up. And then after that, you want to get a good night's rest. That's another thing you want to do, especially when you're before a race. You want to get sleep.
I know those pre-race jitters can get you and keep you up.
Oh yeah.
But if you guys want sleep, I have a hard time sleeping. So I had to find all these ways how to sleep, and if you guys want a video on how to deal with pre-race jitters, good ways to get to sleep, drop a comment down below, Sleep Gang, because we will definitely make a video on habits that help you get to sleep so you can recover better from your runs.
But yeah, half prep for the marathon, or half. So basically, get some good sleep, and then obviously the morning of, get a good breakfast in.
Yeah.
Eat some good food.
It's important to there's a saying called KISS, KISS.
Not
Keep
the band.
it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
That means if it's been working for you up until this point, don't change it.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid. Or there's a saying, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
So if you've been eating Pop-Tarts like this boy, and you're like, oh, I want to eat something healthy like oatmeal, don't.
Yeah.
Do what your body knows.
Plus, if you do want to change up your way of eating, like if you want to eat something different in the morning, don't do it at close to your race. Change it up like during your training process, because if you do it during, like, if you change what you eat for breakfast that day, your body's not, you don't know how your body's gonna react. You don't know what's gonna happen. So it's better to change it, like, as when you're training, like maybe like right now when we're doing after the marathon. If you wanted to change up what you wanted to eat, you do it then, because then you have time to see how your body reacts to the food that you eat, and kind of see how you're performing with what you just ate.
Yeah, like personally for me, I for like years when I would run for martial arts, and I had a workout like maybe an hour and a half later, the best thing for me, I don't know about you guys, is a bowl of oatmeal. Like a bowl of oatmeal with a coffee has always agreed with me, so I've never changed it.
Yeah, you can ask any runner. I mean, honestly, anybody in general, like runners, football players, basketball players, baseball, wrestling, like WWE, anything. Like, they'll tell you like what's your go-to, food to prep up for a match or race, or like breakfast, like us running.
Yeah.
Like I said, mine is like pretty much Pop-Tarts, and I kind of threw in them Rice Krispie treat just to see how it feels. I didn't feel so bad when I did that 10-miler. It just, I feel like I could have done better, but because you got there a little later, but
Yeah.
that's okay. We still managed to finish.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you want to change up your...
Yeah, if you're gonna change it up, do it 3 to 4 weeks out.
Yeah, do it like a little bit more in advance. Don't change it up. Don't decide to change it up the morning of a race, because like I said, you don't know how your body's going to react to it, and all that stuff. So it's better to change it throughout your training process, instead of, oh, I'm just gonna try this the morning of the race. Like one of my captains, he said his go-to is applesauce.
Oh yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, he said, yeah, you were there. Applesauce. He said he eats applesauce for morning of runs and stuff. But yeah, like I said, everybody has kind of has their
Their go-to foods.
Or like their poison of choice. You know?
I can't do eggs before a run.
Yeah, you don't want to do dairy. Never eat dairy the morning of a run or a race, because that's heavy.
No, that's weird for me.
That's heavy on the stomach.
My oatmeal, every time I make oatmeal, I have like dairy of some sort, like with my coffee or in my oatmeal, and I'm fine.
Yeah. Well, they say for runners, they say don't eat dairy the morning of a race. You don't want to eat something that's heavy that's heavy on the stomach, that takes longer to digest. You want to eat something quick, fast, and easy. That's something that's digestible within maybe an hour and a half, at least, before a race. And obviously because you want to make sure you take a dump before the race too.
Oh yeah.
Because you don't want to make that runner's mistake.
Now that's where the coffee comes in. The coffee helps with that.
You don't want to make that runner's mistake where
you're
in the middle of a run, and all of a sudden, oh man, I gotta go to the back. I gotta take a dump. I gotta go drop a load.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, we've all had those moments before. Trust me, I've had those moments before where I've had to go to the side and drop one because I've
cut runs short because I knew like the route. I'm like, okay, if I turn here, I'll make it home faster. But I've never had to like pop a squat outdoors.
I had many a times. I've had to, like, especially if I was in running the Great Western Trail or Illinois Parade Path or something that has, at least cover. I could just go deep within the trees and just kind of plop it and then get up and just keep.
You ain't a runner till you shit in the woods.
Exactly. You're not a runner unless you've had that experience. I think a lot of runners have had that type of experience where they've had to drop one during a race, and like I said, you don't want to make that runner's mistake where you don't dump before a run because
So let's recap
you're gonna
some
regret
stuff before we move on to actual like what you're gonna do during the race. Because right now we talked about
the whole prep.
the weeks up. So weeks up, we kind of taper down, but we keep movement up. So we keep moving, but we taper the mileage down. The day before, what we do is we usually carb up, hydrate up, and rest up. No hard runs, no runs the day before.
Well, if you want to do a run, do it. Make sure it's very light
Yeah.
or very slow.
Personally, I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna run set. Oh, it's for minutes, so it should be fine.
Yeah, you're running for minutes, not miles.
Yeah, so we're gonna run easy 30 minutes, I think it is this time.
No, I think it's like 45 or 50. I'm not sure. I have to check the running schedule.
Oh yeah, so 50 for me if I'm running like a long distance slow run is about 5 miles.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes a mile.
Yeah.
For me, 50 minutes for me would be around. Well, if I'm running 8 for 5 miles, that's 40. But it would be around 6 to 7 miles for me. But I'm probably just gonna, like I said.
So I'm gonna pull back probably even more and go to 11 or
Yeah,
11
you
and a
probably
half.
want to go 11 to 12. Yeah. For me, I'll probably go around 8 to like 8:30s.
So that run before on that Saturday before we pick up our bibs, I'm gonna be so happy to pick up my bib. If I have the email, that'd be good too.
Yeah. So we're just gonna run slow that day.
Yeah.
Get
And
our bibs.
yeah.
Prep up. Eat.
Sleep,
Sleep,
hydrate,
sleep.
electrolytes, and sleep. For me, like sleeping is a hard thing because I don't sleep well, but sleep is gonna be important. Now that morning when we get up, it is go time. It is eat food, hydrate, and just get in the mindset.
All that training that you've done, all that training that you did comes down to the race.
Now let's talk about race in general.
It's time. It's like one of those time to put all that training into work.
Yeah.
Type thing.
And this work's gonna be good. So for me, I estimate that my half marathon would be I think a 12-minute.
About 11 or I think 10 to 12. I'm not 100%
10 to
sure
12.
what it was.
So I'm shooting for around 10:30 because that's where I did my my 10 miles.
Yeah, you're like around 11:30.
Yeah. Or 11?
11:30.
Alright, so I'm gonna shoot for 11 then.
You're hour 55 for a 10. It's 11:30 for my
Okay.
goal.
So I'm gonna shoot for 11 as like my high goal. But I'm probably gonna get around 11:45. Honestly, I'll be truthful. But like I always say, what was it? Oh, what? I used to say this thing, like shoot high. Oh, shoot for the possible, do the improbable. That was what I said.
Shoot. Wait, what was it?
Shoot for the impossible,
Shoot the impossible.
do the improbable.
Do the improbable. Yeah.
So that means like if you want to fly, just start jumping. Just start jumping around. And if you jump enough with this idiot idea that you're gonna fly one day, you're gonna get really good at jumping, and you'll be improbably good at jumping.
Jumping. Yeah.
Like you'll be like the best vertical if that's like if all you do is hammer in. I will fly by jumping because if you shoot that high, no matter where you fall, it's still gonna be really good.
Yeah.
So that's why I say you want to shoot for something a little higher than what you think, and really go after it because wherever you fall short will still be better if you shoot for something lower.
Yeah.
Because if you fall below that, you'll be even lower.
So yeah. So for me, I'm probably gonna shoot for like 8:10 to 8:25 a mile for the half. Plus, I kind of want to, break my half marathon that I did during a 18-mile run. So that's what I'm aiming for is around 8:10 to 8:25 a mile. So like I said, it's faster than his, but that's only because, like I said,
He's got more years than me.
I've got many more years in him in running than he does.
Yeah. Most of our running was it was boxing running, so it was just slow, controlled stuff. It wasn't like anything where I was trying it that much.
It wasn't anything competitive or intense.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I got down to a 7:30 minute mile time at one point, but that was a long time ago. And I like to think that whatever you did in the past, that's the past. Focus on you now and how you can go into the future.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm focusing on I'm hitting the 10 now, So right now, it doesn't matter what I hit in the past. Like, oh, I was so much. It doesn't matter how much faster I was. What matters is I'm here now, and I'm gonna get better.
This is where I'm at, and now I'm gonna work on getting that time down even faster.
Yeah. So yeah, last things I want to close out is just some words of encouragement. If you guys think you guys want to run, just do it. Like Nike, just do it because you have nothing to lose but to gain endurance, health, and just longevity. And on top of that, it's just fun sometimes. Like
Exactly. Some people, we used to say we like to run for fun, and some people didn't get it because they don't think running is fun. But honestly, it is, because there's many different types of runs you can do, and there's different things you can do during runs, as well. So it is fun, and plus, like I said, it does benefit you a lot, because, like I said, you're building up your endurance, your speed, and your endurance, speed, and
your mental game too.
your mental and physical game.
Yeah.
As well.
Because if you can, like, it's a certain kind of person that you have to be to go, okay, I'm going to walk out this door in this 40, 30-degree weather and go run 10 miles. Like, to have that kind of conviction, that kind of drive, is something that would carry you around your life and around, like, everything. Because if you can do the hard things, the easy things are, like, automatic.
Exactly.
Like, checking the emails, building your business, whatever your goal is. If you can do something hard, like I've always thought that like I need to do something really hard, and that's why I thought the marathon would be good. Because if I can do something really hard, everything else is like nothing, and that's kind of the mentality I have.
Exactly. That's where I am at right now too. Considering now that I ran the marathon, I'm like, everything seems to be a little easier.
Yeah.
And plus, like I said, I was more focused to the marathon because of the fact that I didn't finish it in 2021. So I was more focused on that. It was a drive that I had, you know. I kind of had that mental drive of like, I'm gonna train hard, I'm gonna work hard, I'm gonna grind, I'm gonna finish, and I did that. And like I said, running, it kind of, like I said, it helps your mental, physical, and emotional, because, you know, if there's a point where, you know, you're mad, or you see something that makes you mad or anything, you can kind of let your emotions out by just going out for a run. Especially for me with my high metabolism and energy, like I just need to let all that energy out. So going out for a run, it does benefit your energy. It does benefit because, you know, by the time you get done with the run, you're not gonna have a lot of energy left. And
Like you can run emotional sometimes.
yes,
Like if you're having a bad day, trust me, 3 miles will clear that up.
run angry.
Yeah. Like for me, when I work out in the gym, like that's my time. I'm not a very aggressive kind of like angry person, but when I do get like flustered or something, I put that in like I think of it like a little box. Like my workouts have a little box of fuel, and in my head I'm like, okay, somebody said this to me. I'm just gonna pull that out and I'm gonna work through that in my head as I'm lifting this heavy ass weight. Or if I'm just dealing with a lot of stress, I will take my headphones out and I will just go for a long run just so that my mind can process it. Because when you're out there and you got nothing but the road, it's just you and your mind.
When you're out there running with no headphones, you got you, the path, and nature.
Yeah.
And birds.
And you'll find some stuff out about yourself if you run consistently.
And plus, while I run, you may stumble upon some animals.
I have done that more than I would. So I went out for a 4-miler as soon as the sun started to get good and I could go after work. And I told you about this, right?
I think so.
Yeah. And so I go out there and I get to the turnaround point, which is an hour and back. So at the 2-mile point, I'm running back. I'm like, it's getting a little dark. I can see perfectly though. Like I have good low light vision to begin with, so it's kind of dark. So I'm going out and I'm like, I have my headphones out now because I'm like, okay, what if there's animals? And so now there's just deer everywhere. Like left, right, center, on the path. And I'm like, am I gonna get kicked by a deer today? So like the deer kind of like walked off the path and stood there looking at me like, why are you here? I'm like, I don't know, but it's getting dark. And I saw all these deer, I'm like, nature.
Yeah. I saw a deer one time on the Great Western Trail when we were going out for a run, and they were just running, and then they went into the, they just went into the, high grassland and all that stuff. There's been times where, you know, there was a possum on the trail, group of people were walking on, they were stopped, and because I guess it had some kind of disease and all that, and they were trying to get off the trail. And then there was other times where, last year when we were running a 12 miler, a mom and baby skunk just crossed in front of us once, and that was almost a
That could have been
run.
bad.
That was almost a quick run, because if we got in skunk, we would have immediately just turned around and went back, because there was no way we would be able to handle the scent of skunk smell for 12 miles.
No.
We would immediately turn around and get
Some tomato juice.
Get to the gouge our tomato juice,
Yeah.
all that good stuff. But yeah, you will stumble across great nature stuff too, which is really cool experience too. Just adds to the experience of the run
Yeah.
and the fun too.
Because you have stories like, hey, I saw this raccoon.
Exactly.
And you're like, why did you see a raccoon? It was 7 at night. I don't know.
It was just there, you know. Or like running experiences, like, you know, if you get caught running in the rain.
Yo, the amount of times I've went out and like I'm like, oh no, I feel that drip. You know when you feel that first drip, you're like, you know what's about to happen.
Oh yeah, you know it's about to go down.
And like this, like it's not like, oh, it's might rain. You're like, oh, it's going to rain.
It's going to.
Yeah.
Especially if you see it in the clouds too, and you know it's gonna happen.
I've heard thunder. I'm like, Thor? Is that
Thor.
you? Is that you?
You know, see, that's the part of fun of running. You just
You never know what's gonna
Mother
happen.
Nature and the nature of animals talking.
So let's close this out.
Yeah, so we'll close out here. So we'll probably, I don't know what we're gonna do race day. I don't know if we're gonna film or anything. We'll try to see what we can get for race day. Maybe
Maybe if I
post-
get my GoPro up and running, I can do a on the run GoPro.
Yeah, for you at least. I'm probably not. I'm probably just gonna focus on the race, but at least for him, just because if one person does the GoPro and I know the other person doesn't really have to, you know,
Yeah.
do the you know, GoPro or any other filming, because that person's already doing it. So, and like I said, when you're out, you're just everyone's running the same amount of mileage and running the same exact route as the other. So
Yeah.
So yeah.
Unless there's something cool that happens, like a bear starts running the marathon with you.
You saw that, just like that TikTok I showed him
The
once
duck.
of a duck running a marathon, and they actually gave him a medal for it. And
He even had a bib.
Yeah, he even had a bib too, and he used it at the end of the, you know, when he was getting close to the finish line, using his wings as a speed burst to get to. That was funny. I love that. I love that TikTok video. That was so fun. That was
It's so
cool.
wholesome.
He had duck boots on too to protect his feet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Alright.
We're gonna close out here. So this has been your boy Colin and Lee. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it this far into the video, give the video a huge thumbs up. Like it. Comment down below your thoughts, opinions. Wish us luck on the half marathon. We're both gonna need it, even though I say I don't need it, but I'm gonna need it. He's gonna need it.
I'm gonna need it.
Because this is his first race ever running a half. Comment down, like I said, put those comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on a single video we post. We post here once a week, even though we missed last week, but that was besides the point. But
Yeah, it was a week.
it was.
But you know, so we love each and every one of you.
Yep.
Much love.
Live, laugh, love fitness, and we'll see you guys in the next video.